You are wearing the spacesuit right now. It's dark blue. I see that it has a zipper. Tell me more about it. What is the material made of, and what are some of the features?
So a couple of years ago, I met Kevin Plank from Under Armour, told him that we needed a spacesuit. He was very excited. He got his whole team at Under Armour to start working on it, and they've come up with exactly what we asked for. And actually, I think it looks fantastic. It's incredibly comfortable, and I think our future astronauts will be delighted wearing it. They'll be able to float around in space without feeling constricted. They won't have a helmet on their head, which is quite claustrophobic, and they'll be able to look out of our beautiful windows and look back at the Earth and marvel.
You're wearing it. You yourself are a future astronaut in the making, we understand. But how much did these astronauts that are hoping and waiting to go onto your own flight have involved in the design, in the R&D to make sure that it's fit for purpose?
I think it's very foolish to make anything for anybody unless you involve the people who are going to wear these things. So when we launched Virgin Atlantic 35 years ago, we involved all our staff in how far down they would like their dresses, or their how they would like their trousers and so on. And we've done the same with our astronauts. I've got 35 on Necker at the moment. We get together quite regularly, and we get feedback, and we party.
Well, the spacesuit looks amazing, and I'm sure it's comfortable as well. I want to go on a little bit to find out how the test flights are going so far, because I believe you're currently carrying out these test flights. Give us a sense of the frequency of the test flights and how far they travel and what you've learned so far from them.
So we've had an incredible few months. We're the only space company in America, including NASA, to put people into space since 2009, and we made 5 new astronauts, and so now what they're doing is just fitting out the interior of the spaceship for passenger use, moving the mothership and the spaceship to our lovely spaceport in New Mexico. We'll then do a few more test flights. Then next year I'll go up, and then we'll start putting people up, and so we've got an exciting few months ahead. So
2020 remains the date for you, and for the 35 who are currently partying and wearing your astronaut outfits on Necker Island, they could be by 2020 as well. Will that start to be when these people who've been waiting can get on?
Absolutely. So it's a big year for me. I'm going to be 70, so I've told the team to hurry up, and they promised to deliver it. It's also the 50th anniversary of Virgin next year, so it's going to be an exciting big year. And I think at the end of this month we're going to be a public company, so we'll be the first space company where the public can invest in, and institutions can invest in, so it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for Virgin Galactic all around.
It certainly is, and I want to get to that public component a little bit later on. But first of all, when will Virgin Galactic start to sell tickets once again for these space flights?
So we've got a big wait list. We've got 3,000 people on the wait list, and we're asking people to add their names to the wait list. So we don't want to actually take people's money for the moment. We've already got 600 fully paid up people, and we need to build a lot more spaceships. So the public float will enable us to ramp up the building of spaceships, and that will enable us to get through this long list of people who want to become astronauts.
Congratulations on the public float news in terms of your merger with Social Capital. You have done with Head Sophia. It seems as though you can getting an injection of cash, get public quicker than you anticipated. You're also taking money. The likes of Boeing have said that they'll come in and buy shares as and when you are public. What would your relationship be with Boeing, for example? That news just broke this month.
We're doing 3 different things with Boeing. One I can talk about. The other 2 we'll let you know about soon.
Go on.
The one I can talk about, the one I can talk about is that our design teams are working together to look at whether we can create a plane that travels at 5 times the speed of sound that is environmentally as friendly as it can be. And that is a lot more cost effective than Concorde used to be, and that's a project that's where some of the initial money that they are putting in will go into.
And of course, we'll wait for the other 2 announcements, the other 2 projects that you're working on Boeing with. I know that you halted talks for a $1 billion investment from Saudi Arabia last year following the murder of that Washington Post columnist. Are you in talks with other funds, whether it's sovereign or private, or companies to invest in, take a stake in Virgin Galactic?
Well, our other partner in Virgin Galactic is Abu Dhabi. They have roughly 20% of the company, and they've been a fantastic partner for a number of years. Saudi, we decided we shouldn't take the money because of what happened, and that's actually why we've ended up going to the public markets. We turned down the $1 billion from the Saudis, and we're going to replace most of it with public money.